Namaste, welcome everybody. My name is Angelica, and today we're going to do a yin yoga practice made for the whole body. I'm very excited to share this practice with you today, especially in the winter times where, we tend to go inward. It's a beautiful moment to also practice yin yoga. In yin yoga, we'll hold the poses for about 3 to 5 minutes. And depending on how you're feeling today, feel free to always take the variation which is most suited for you today. We'll probably need some props. I just put out a lot of props. I'm not sure if we'll use all of them, but so we'll need 2 blocks, a strap, and a blanket, and maybe also a long bolster. I will get one now. A long bolster, and make sure you're wearing comfortable clothes. And if you don't have any of these props, don't worry, you'll manage also without them. This shouldn't be your limitation why you shouldn't practice yoga. So we'll start today in a comfortable seated position. Feel free to sit on top of a cushion or a block. And then you can start to close your eyes. And I always really like to start my practice with chanting Om. And in this way, we let Om guide today's practice. It's not me who is guiding this practice. It's not you who's following it, but it's just two energies or multiple energies, the whole universe connecting together. Kind of also me realizing that the world is much more than just one person. We're all in this together. So start to close your eyes and exhale fully through both nostrils. Inhale. And now taking a moment to sit a little bit more upright. Allow the shoulders to relax down. And knowing that right now you're at the right place at the right time. There's nowhere else you have to be. You can slowly and gently just arrive in this moment. And just notice how that feels inside. And with that feeling, maybe you can carry that into your face muscles, allowing the eyes to relax, the shoulders, the jaw. Bring all your awareness to your heart. And then you can use your right hand to just gently start tapping your sternum. Slowly, slowly. Just with your right hand. Just awakening this area. While you're doing so, keep the jaw soft, keep the eyes relaxed. Deep inhale through the nose and exhale. Maybe tapping goes a little bit more down. Up and down to the sternum while you keep taking deep inhales through the nose. And exhale. Let the day go. Doesn't matter if it's morning or day, evening. Maybe you can also start to use your left hand. Kind of like you're just gently tapping that area, awakening it. Open the chest, breathe deeply. One more deep inhale. And exhale. Slowly start to tap. A little bit less intense, a little bit less. A little bit less. A little bit less. Until you gently and slowly find stillness. Place your hands back on the knees, and maybe you already feel these gentle tingling sensations through the fingers, maybe through the heart center, the sternum, the chest. Kind of feeling as if both energies from the right side and the left side kind of come together. Like you're not drifted away by the past or by the future. You're kind of letting these two energies melt together, which is the present moment. And in the present moment, everything is welcome. Everything is okay. And from here, slowly, slowly open the eyes. And looking at the space around you, maybe with this sense of freshness, this sense of, I'm alive. And the place where you're in now, yeah, it's pretty good. You have the opportunity to practice, to be here with me. I'm so grateful. So we'll start today with butterfly legs. If you're sitting on a cushion, you can take it out to the side, and then you can take a blanket if you want and sit on top of a blanket. I personally like this if your knees are a little bit higher, and you place the soles of the feet together. I do not really need the blanket, but if your knees are a little bit higher up like this, I would definitely recommend placing a blanket underneath the sitting bones. All right, and then you can just start to interlock your fingers around your toes like this. So if you feel like your knees are very high like this and you're kind of sitting like this, I would definitely recommend to walk the feet a little bit more forward and then just gently push the chest forward and really bring your awareness to your knees so that your knees can relax more down. So while we're here, if this option is available to interlace your fingers around your toes, you can do that and push the spine straight. And we'll just start with a few nice neck rolls here. Inhale. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, right ear to right shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, right ear to right shoulder. And exhale, chin to chest. Keep going. Inhale, one side. Exhale, down. Moving with the breath. And allow this movement to come only from the neck. What I usually see is people doing, they're just kind of looking over their shoulder like this and not really stretching their neck. So you really want to keep the shoulders pushing down and just move your neck muscles. So really move your right ear to your right shoulder and then down, and then your left ear to your left shoulder. And if you feel it's okay for your neck, you can start to make full circles. So bring the head all the way back and then chin to chest, making these full circles. Making 2 more of these circles. Take it slow. 1 more. And slowly going the other way around if you're making the full circles. About 5 of these big, yummy circles. One more. Full breath in. Full breath out. Chin to chest. Exhale. And inhale, bring your head back up. Inhale, open the chest, and exhale, round the spine. Round, 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 round. Inhale, up. And exhale, round. 3 more. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Final. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, slowly come up. And now we'll do this nice forward fold. So this can look different for a lot of people. So first of all, if you want, I don't know why I haven't said this earlier, but you can place some blocks underneath the knees. Maybe you can scooch them forward like this. Maybe you bring them higher up like this. Yes, so you can do that. And if you want, you can stack some blocks and kind of do maybe something like this. It really depends on your body, so try to be a little bit creative. Maybe you rest here. I would definitely recommend placing your forehead on something. This gives your nervous system a sign to relax. If your head is kind of hanging, it thinks that, oh, I have to stay awake. So find whichever option feels okay. So my body is quite flexible. So for me, it's easy to fold forward. It doesn't mean that I'm going to do that. So I'm taking about 80% of my flexibility, not 100%, maybe even 60%. Let's start with 60. So you just kind of fold down and I place my forehead here. Many options here. Also, you can use the cushion. I don't know, maybe something like this. Sometimes I like that, kind of holding here, or so whatever works for you. Try it out. I don't really know what works for you. And then I will set a timer and we'll stay here for about 3 minutes. So you can start to find your way into this butterfly pose. And the spine can be rounded. And if you feel like you still need to adjust something, you can do that, but do that very mindfully and very slowly. can start to close the eyes. Slowly finding complete stillness. Can you relax the jaw, the eyes, the lips, the belly? If you feel like you have more space, the longer you hold, usually the more space there is, you can go a bit deeper. And again, it doesn't mean physically deeper, sometimes also just mentally letting go of something gives a shift inside the body. Mm. Let's take our final 3 deep breaths together here. Inhale. Open your mouth. Let everything go. Inhale. And exhale. Final breath in. Inhale, fill it up. And let everything go. Everything go. Very slowly, if you're folding down deeply, you can just place the fingertips on the ground. Lift the elbows and then vertebra by vertebra by pushing into your fingers, you lift your forehead off and take your time, come up. Place the hands on the outsides of your knees and guide the knees together. Place the feet about hip width distance apart and then place your hands behind you. Take your props out to the side. You can just windshield wiper the knees from left to right, right to left. Take it very slow. You can find stillness, and I personally always like to bring my knees together and just give myself a nice hug. Giving yourself all the warmth and peace that you ask from others, from the world, just giving it to yourself. And from here, we'll slowly come forward onto our hands and knees. We'll come into quite an intense pose, also called toe squat. So if you have sensitive knees, feel free to place a blanket underneath the knees. I'll just face you guys this way so you can see me. You will curl your toes behind you, and you can already use maybe your hands to also scooch all your toes underneath you, and then you will just sit on top of your toes. So it's quite intense. We'll stay here for 5 minutes. I know it's long. I'll already start to set a timer. Don't worry. So this pose takes a lot of patience and practice, but yeah, we're in this together. So while this is a very intense stretch, I'm going to distract you guys by also doing a nice shoulder opener. So we're going to start with eagle arms. So inhale, lift your hands up. Exhale, cactus the arms open, open, open. Deep inhale. And exhale, the elbows connect. So this can be the first option, or you can bring your right elbow underneath your left and then interlocking your hands like this, pushing the shoulders down. So now I'm going to face this side so you can maybe see it a little bit better. Push the shoulders down. Then we'll stay here for about 2 minutes or so. Breathing deeply in and out, and just notice if you're starting to really arch the lower back like this. Try to keep it in line. Relax the shoulders. Ooh, it's a very intense. So if for whatever reason you're like, oh my God, Angelica, why are you putting me in this pose? And it's too much, feel free to release the hands. But I promise you, your toes are not going to break. Nothing is going to happen. It's just going to bring up a lot of frustration, maybe a little bit of anger. We'll breathe through it together. Close the eyes, deep inhale. Open the mouth. 2 more of those. Inhale. Open the mouth. 1 more deep inhale. Really feel all the frustration and anger. And exhale. Sigh it out. From here, inhale, bring the hands back up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale. Exhale, elbows connect. Now left elbow underneath the right. So I'm going to face the front again. I just took a mini break. I know I'm cheating a little bit. Of course, if you want to take a mini break, you can do it as well. The question is, who are you doing it for? Push the shoulders down, lift the elbows up. Microphone, yep. All right, and we'll stay here again, breathing. This is fun. For me, it's definitely not fun. But yeah, try to just breathe through it. Deep inhale. Open the mouth. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Oh, I'm really starting to get warm now. 1 more breath. Inhale. Open the mouth. Inhale, lift the hands up. Exhale, bring the hands down. Keep your hands resting on your thighs. And I'll check how much time we still have left. Right, about 1.5 minutes left. So this is going to be most difficult part. If you're like, I cannot do this, feel free to bring your hands just a little bit forward. But I promise you 1.5 minutes is not that long. Important now, we're close the eyes and just start to make very weird faces with your whole facial expression. Anything, maybe you want to say hurrah or something weird, like you're at home, nobody's looking, so like maybe you want to do or something weird. Whatever it is, make some weird facial expressions, maybe smile like I don't know, like Donald Duck or something. Like make these weird faces to kind of the same time let your body know that even though this is a very difficult pose, you can still smile. While you're smiling, maybe fake it. Sometimes, somebody smiles and we get joy, but sometimes you smile and then that gives us joy. So let's take a deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. You can do it. Final 2 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Final breath. Inhale. And exhale. Relax the shoulders. So, time is up. 5 minutes. And then slowly, just bring your fingertips forward. Whoo! Untuck your toes. Place the tops of the feet down and just stay in stillness. Ground the hands. So sometimes what I like to do is I just like to lift my feet off the ground, maybe just circle out. This is already quite intense. For me, I feel at this moment it's better just to stay still in this tabletop. Make sure your pelvis is very gently tucked in. You're not arching the lower back. So we keep the core active. Breathe. Some people like to tap the feet. Whatever you want, it's all welcome. Wow, it's a very intense pose, but so beautiful at the same time. Eh? You can really see the effect in the ankles, in the calves, the toes. Maybe gently smiling to the toes. And then slowly just sit all the way on top of your ankles. We'll do a counter pose for about 3 minutes. I already set the timer. Go. So you can just stay here if you want. Maybe you would like to take a block, sit on top of a block. This is also welcome. But if you would like to explore a little bit more, you can start to maybe lift your right leg and then switch halfway through to the left. I will tell you when it's halfway. Or maybe you can lift both knees up. Again, this is also quite an intense pose, and if you're running a lot or hiking, this can be very tight. So this pose might definitely not look like this for you. And know that this also took a lot of practice for me. So if it's just here or if you're doing one knee at a time, it's totally fine. It doesn't matter. It's just about you having some kind of sensation around the ankles. And if you can and want to try, you can bring the hands in front of the heart, or maybe just place the hands behind you. Make sure you're not kind of doing this opening to the back, because it's only about the ankles here, not about a chest opener or something. So breathe deeply. And if you want, you can close the eyes. So we're about halfway through. And if you want, if you were doing one knee, you can switch to the other knee. Shouldn't feel any pain in the knee. If you feel pain in the knee, you can drop the knees a little bit more down. This should decrease the intensity of the stretch. And allow yourself to soften in the shape. Keeping the heart open, mind relaxed, breath is at ease. So we have about 3 more breaths here. Inhale. Open the mouth. Exhale. Inhale. Open the mouth. Exhale. Final breath. Inhale. And deepest exhale. Slowly bring the hands down if they weren't there already. If they're behind you, you can bring them a little bit forward and then slowly, as slow as you can. Maybe you drop one, maybe the other. Ooh, and then we'll just lay on top of our bellies. Take your time. Slowly lay on top of your belly. You can rest your right cheek on the ground and then both hands next to your body. And just taking a moment to really feel the effect of the pose. Alright, and then we'll come into the next pose. Bring your right cheek on the ground. Extend your right hand out to the side in line with your right shoulder. And then you'll just roll all the way to the right side while pushing the right shoulder away from the ear. So there are a few options with the legs, yes? So first of all, you can choose to just gently step your left foot behind you, like this. Or if you want, you can ground the whole left foot on the ground so the left knee is pointing up. It's going to be quite intense for a lot of people, so just feel free to explore. Also, a variation, if you want, you can cactus arm the right elbow. If you want to intensify, this creates a different stretch. I'll stick with this one. And then you can keep your left hand in front of your face if you want, or you can bring your left hand on your lower back. If you feel like your right cheek is kind of lifting off a little bit, feel free to place a blanket underneath your right cheek. I would definitely recommend that, especially if you're kind of in this shape where you're like, ooh, it's kind of hard to ground my right cheek on the ground. Please try it out. The blocks and the props are there for a reason. And then we'll stay here for about 3 minutes. You can close the eyes and really feel this nice, yummy shoulder opener. And notice that with every breath, you arrive a little bit more, you soften a little bit more, and you let go. You give yourself permission to let go. Allow the belly to be relaxed, the brain to be soft, free of any tension. And the jaw completely relaxed. Taking one more breath together. Inhale. And slowly exhale. And while you exhale, you gently transition to lay back on your belly. Slowly, slowly. Keep the right hand extended. Take your time. Slowly, slowly, slowly. All right. Stay here for deep inhale. Full exhale. The sun has come out here, which makes me very happy. All right, let's go to the left side. Gently bring your left cheek on the ground. Extend your left hand out. Push the left shoulder away from the ear, and you'll just roll all the way now to the left side. And keep the right hand in front of the face or maybe on the lower back. Step the right foot behind you, maybe place again that blanket underneath the right cheek. And then we'll stay here for another 3 minutes. Allowing everything to just be as it is. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Taking one more deep breath in. And a full breath out. As you exhale, gently roll onto the belly. Stay here with the left hand extended and just observe. All right. Very slowly, we come back into a tabletop position. All right, and in your tabletop position, you'll just gently step the right foot in between your hands. Push the hips forward. And you can again place a blanket underneath your left knee here if you want. So we'll do a nice psoas and quad stretch here. We'll hold here for about 3 minutes. So I'll set a timer starting now. And then, so yeah, there are a few options. The first option is come on the fingertips, stay here. Maybe you take your blocks, one block underneath each hand. The blocks are somehow spread it wide here, but all right, maybe you stay here. Important that you're not kind of doing this where you're kind of protecting your hips by bringing all your tension in your shoulders. So instead, show your chest to the road. All right, if this feels okay, you can breathe easily here. Then, next option, place your hands on top of your right quad. And then we'll stay here and try to relax the shoulders. We have a tendency to do this. This is scary or it doesn't feel good, so relax the shoulders. And then we'll stay here. I have a nice view looking at the sun, but I choose to close my eyes because it helps me. But if you want to keep your eyes open, feel free to do that. Maybe find one point to look at, not to wander around too much. Try to keep deep, long breaths. And give yourself this moment right now to honor yourself, your body, your limits. Relax the face. Maybe a mini smile on the lips. Everything is okay right now. And while I do this, I even feel that, I can relax my hips more by just smiling gently to my suffering. Let me see how much time we still have here. All right, we have about 1 more minute left, which is about, let's say, 5 deep breaths, slow deep breaths. 1, 2, 3rd breath. 4th breath. And the 5th breath. Inhale. Hold. Smile. And open the mouth. Let it out. Slowly bring the hands down. Maybe there are some blocks. You can take the blocks out. Very, 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 very gently. We take the blocks out. And the only thing you do is you just push the hips a little bit back. Oh, wow. This is very intense. And then from here, slowly, we come into pigeon pose also swan pose called in yin yoga. So you start to walk your right foot a little bit over to the left. And so yeah, for me this is kind of okay to just drop my right knee down. But I know that for a lot of people, this way of coming into pigeon pose doesn't really work. So you can spread the fingers, step into down dog, and then from down dog, you slide the right knee in between the hands. Sometimes that works a little bit better. And then you can ground your left knee down, and then you can relax the right foot. So pigeon pose is quite difficult pose for a lot of people because our hips are very tight. So for a lot of people, this pose might look something like this, where the right hip is very high. So feel free to scooch a block underneath the right sitting bone, or maybe even sliding the long bolster just through this hole here. All right, and then from here, if for whatever reason this doesn't work, you can do deer pose by gently bending the left knee, kind of having this 90-90 degree shape, and just folding forward like this. Here you will also feel a much more milder stretch in your right hip. All right, stay upright. I know we all want to really fold forward, but we'll stay upright for a moment. To open up the chest, proud swan, really imagining as if you are a swan right now. And then relax the face, the jaw. Notice if you're leaning all the way to the right. We tend to have this tendency. So gently roll to the left, roll to the right, and then you'll notice the difference in your hip. Really try to explore your body, maybe make some circles. You'll be like, ooh, if I lean more to the left, I definitely feel it more in my right hip. So I'll just kind of find exactly that middle where I'm like, ooh, this is the spot where I really feel the sensation in my right hip. And then from there, we'll start to fold forward. And maybe you can take 2 blocks, place your elbows on top of the blocks, like this. And then we'll stay here for another 3 minutes. So I know that most of us can maybe do more, but yin yoga is not about pushing to the maximum. It's about finding a place where we feel discomfort, where it's like, ooh, this feels not very comfortable. And there's something inside me which is like, ooh, I would rather not be in this shape. But on the other hand, there's something inside me which is like, oh, I want to stay in this shape for a really long time to kind of let go of that tension. So you find that spot. There shouldn't be any pain. Maybe just kind of the sensation where it's like, ooh, just uncomfortable. That's the point. And then we find stillness in that point. We relax, soften. Probably you can relax the belly more, the face, the jaw, the eyes, the shoulders. And maybe you want to take a deeper breaths, or maybe you just want to let the breath flow naturally. It's up to you. So I like to actively push my shoulders away from the ears here. I know some yin yoga teachers, they just allow the shoulders to drop forward, but for me this just doesn't feel natural and good. So feel free to explore that as well. For me, this pose really feels amazing, like a soothing balm for my right hip. But I know when I started yin yoga, it definitely did not feel amazing. It definitely felt really uncomfortable. So let's breathe through it together. You can just really sigh it out. And of course, if it's too much, you can take the deer pose or just come out, take a child's pose, lay on your belly. Listen to your body's cues. You don't have to like, ooh, squint and squeeze, waiting for my permission to come out of the pose. Please listen to yourself. Let's take our final 3 deep breaths here. Inhale. Open the mouth. 2 more. Inhale. Open the mouth. Let it go. It's okay. No need to hold on. Final time. Inhale. And just notice already the shift in your hips. By just breathing out, I can feel literally my body sinking more down. It's like, oh, thank you. Slowly come up. Take your blocks out to the side, and then your option, either maybe you gently tuck the left toes and then just scooch the hips a little bit back, step into your tabletop, or maybe you want to go into a down dog. We have about, let's say, 3 deep breaths before we transition to the left side. 2 more breaths. Final breath in. Final breath out. From here, just slowly find your way, just stepping the left foot forward now in between your hands. I can still definitely feel my right hip from that pigeon pose, swan pose. Push the hips forward as far as feels okay. Take your variation, either the hands on blocks or maybe the hands on top of your left thigh. I will already put the timer for 3 minutes. Relax the shoulders. Ooh. Somehow this one feels more intense. Trying not to hold the breath here. Definitely try to soften. And if it's too much, feel free to push the hips a little bit more back. Makes it easier, but once you're ready, maybe push it again a little bit more forward. Be with it. Feeling that I'm starting to get warm now. Final minute. We have 5 deep breaths. Inhale. Open the mouth. Inhale. Open the mouth. Relax the shoulders. 3 more like that. You can do it. Inhale. Open the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Final one. And slowly bring the hands down. Push the hips a little bit back. Oh, I can even feel it shake a little bit. There's definitely some kind of thing stored up there for me. And then from here, you'll just start to come into your pigeon pose. So just walk the left foot over to the right. If you did the stepping from down dog option, please do that if that works for you. Take maybe a prop underneath your left hip, maybe slide the bolster underneath your hip, maybe the blanket, and then come in your fingertips. Lean again, maybe make some circling movements, finding your spot. Notice also the different sensations in your left hip as you move in this particular way. Are you avoiding the depth of the pose? Are you trying to lean over to the left because this makes it easier? Or are you okay to feeling those gentle, uncomfortable sensations? All right, and then when I lean a little bit to the right, I feel my left hip. And then I come forward, maybe on my elbows, and then I can place my elbows on blocks. This can look completely different for you. And then we'll stay here again for 3 minutes. If, again, for whatever reason, your left knee is hurting or this is just simply impossible, you bend the right knee. Usually the deer pose is more accessible, and then you just stay there. Now I'm just inviting for this left side to be in silence. Just you, yourself, the collective energy, and the breath. Taking one more deep inhale here. Open the mouth, exhale. And slowly coming up. Take your time, come up, and then just roll over to the left hip, and then slide the right foot forward, and then you can roll on your back. Make sure that your round cushion is close by. And You can take the round cushion, place the feet on the ground, and place the round cushion just underneath your sitting bones, like this. And this feels already so nice for the lower back. So either staying there. Sometimes I also like to place a block or a book or something. And then either stay here, or if you want, you can choose to maybe extend the legs out like this, or maybe even bring the soles of the feet together, open the knees. But we did quite a lot of hip opening, so I'm pretty sure you're also okay like this. And we'll stay here for 3 minutes. Today I will choose the variation with my feet flat on the ground. And maybe I'll also take a block. I feel that would be more supportive for me today. No, the round cushion feels better. You see, it's all about just exploring what feels good. If you don't try, you also don't know. So, all right, close the eyes and find your variation where you'll stay. Take 3 more deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Final breath. Inhale and exhale. Slowly, slowly place the feet on the ground if they weren't there already. Gently lift the hips up, slide the round cushion out to the side, and we'll come into our final pose, Shavasana. So I personally really like to take the long bolster, the long cushion, and place it underneath my knees. If you don't have this, You can always use 2 blocks, maybe place them underneath your knees, 2 books, something like that. And then you will just lay over like this. And then what I really like, doesn't matter in which shape you are, is to gently scooch the tailbone forward and really feel that you can ground the whole sacrum, lower back area. And this feels really nice and supportive for my lower back. And then you can take the round cushion if you want, place it on the belly. And again, a lot of props, but if you don't have them, don't worry at all. Yeah, and then you can bring your hands next to your body, palms face up. Maybe even place an eye pillow over your eyes. Close the eyes gently, and then, yeah, take your time. Make sure you are warm. Maybe you want to take a blanket, cover yourself up with a blanket. There is no rush at all. I will cover myself up with a blanket. I'm a little bit cold. So once you're completely settled, at ease, close your eyes. Making any final adjustments and knowing that those final adjustments are totally worth it. Relax, relax, relax. Feeling how all the tension is being dissolved from your body. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Very, very slowly, take a moment to just observe the sounds around you. Not labeling them as good or bad. Then allow yourself to bring your awareness to your heartbeat, the rhythm of your heartbeat. Your beautiful heart gently pulsing inside of your chest. Notice the breath without changing it. And then give it permission to change by slowly taking a deep inhale and a releasing exhale. And once you're ready, you can start to wiggle your fingers, your toes, and circle out your wrists, your ankles. Maybe move your head from side to side and then circle the other way around. And then find stillness. Maybe make a full body stretch. Stretch your hands up and over your head. Take a deep inhale, point your toes, stretch your body out, out, out. And as you exhale, you say, and gently roll over to your favorite side and just stay there for a breath. Feeling that transition between laying down and getting up. And then either with the eyes open or closed, come to a seated position, hands in front of the heart. Slowly, slowly, sit upright. We'll end the practice with chanting Om one time and then 3 times Shanti. Shanti meaning peace. And while we chant this, I'm inviting you to really send yourself all the peace that you deserve so that you can spread it out into the world. And while you chant them, really mean it from your heart. Can you really feel it inside? Give it meaning, give it purpose. Exhale fully. Empty everything, all the last final negative bits which you do not need in your life. Inhale fully. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. Bow your head down in gratitude. Open the eyes, bring your head to center. Thank you so much, beautiful yogis, for joining me today on this beautiful day in the Netherlands where I'm at. I hope you enjoyed the practice. If you have any questions, suggestions, tips, complaints, please let me know. And that's it for now. And see you. Bye bye.